What's up, YouTube? Lavish Exotics, man. This is my new platform where I'm gonna be doing feeding videos. I'm gonna be doing educational videos. I'm gonna be showing you new members of my collection whenever I order new animals. But this is an introduction to Lavish Exotics. I'm gonna have my ball pythons. I have some sugar glitter, some cool stuff I'm gonna show y'all. So the first animal I'm gonna start with is gonna be Panther, the bully. Panther, you wanna say what's up, boy? Say what's up, man. Say what's up. As you guys can see, he's occupied over there. Pan. He ain't trying to talk right now. But anyway, let me go get my boa constrictor, Lucy. I've been having her for about 3 years. She's getting pretty big. She's actually my largest snake now. So I'm gonna start with her. And it is gonna be a live feeding. So directly after I do the introduction to all my animals, I am gonna do a live feeding for you guys as well. So stay tuned. I'll be right back. So what's up, YouTube fam? This is Lucy right here. I've been having Lucy for about 3 years. As you can see, she's becoming a very big girl. When I got her, she was a baby. I ordered her from California. I forgot who I purchased her from, but she is a hypo boa constrictor. I want to say Imperato. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but I don't know. Let me just stop trying. But this is a Colombian red-tailed boa constrictor. From Colombia. These guys they can get up to about 12 feet, man. I wanted a snake that was a little bit more advanced than ball pythons, but I didn't want to get something that's, capable of overpowering a fully grown man. So I went with the Colombian red-tailed boa constrictor hypo. As you guys can see, she's very active. She's very strong. She has that strength. Right now, I went and bought some rats. So she can smell the food. When I opened her cage, she was looking for food. It was a feeding response. Basically, I had to shield myself, shield her. That way she can get my scent and know there is no food right now. But I will be doing a feeding video. But I actually got this from a smoke shop that I go to. So it's called Hustle and Pray. So for everyone who lives in Houston, go check out Hustle and Pray. Some cool merchandise. The guy said, hey, do you want a sweater? I was like, cool, yeah. Because I do a little bit of vaping. So if you know anything about me, I do a little bit of vaping. So yeah, they gave me some merch and I'm wearing it for this video. This is an introduction video, guys. So next, I am going to show you my Savannah Monitor. His name is Nemo. I've been having Nemo for about 3 years. I can't call him a juvenile, or can I? Maybe he's a juvenile. I'm not quite sure, but I'm gonna get into that next. But a little more about boa constrictors. Boa constrictors, they get pretty decent size where they can take down rabbits and stuff like that. Right now I'm feeding this guy large rats. I see he smells the rats. They're just behind the camera. He can smell the rats right now, so they're in a bag, in a box, all boxed up and stuff like that. Today is going to be a feeding video, so that's why I have that. But these guys, you can find them a lot of places, man. Like in South America, man, they're in Colombia. These guys are in Venezuela, the Amazon, man. You find these guys everywhere. Boa constrictors are one of the most widely spread constrictors out there. And for those who don't know, anaconda is also a boa constrictor. It's the largest boa constrictor in the world. So yeah, these guys get about, males get about 8 feet max. Females can get up 10, 12. There's even been recordings of boa constrictors 14 feet. So this is Lucy. As you can see, she's hissed at me a couple times, like in the past when she was a baby. She didn't really want to be bothered, so I just let her do her own thing. But I have no trouble. She doesn't strike at me. She's very inquisitive. She's very active. So for the children, like my nephews, my little cousins who come over and they want to hold a snake that moves, that wants to smell, I give them guys Lucy. And Lucy is growing quite fast. I actually had to slow her feeding down because I was feeding her weekly, and she was eating big prey items like a large rat weekly, which I don't want her to get overweight. So I slowed her down to a large rat once a month and not once a week, or every seldomly I do every 2 weeks, but really once a month is the goal for her because these guys grow. Well, this girl grows very fast, so I don't want her to get too big, too overweight, and have a short lifespan. I believe these guys can live 10 to 20 years, so I plan on building an enclosure for her one day and letting her like have a naturalistic setup like would be in the wild. But that's enough about Lucy. Let me get into Nemo. Nemo I'm not gonna hold for long because he gets kind of like jumpy, doesn't want to be held, stuff like that. So I'm gonna get Nemo out, and then I'm gonna show you all my ball pythons and some breeding projects I'm working on, and then we're gonna get to the feeding. But that's it for her. Let me go get Nemo. So this guy, my guys, is my Savannah Monitor. As you can see, he's hissing. I know y'all can hear that. Beautiful creature. Look at his eyes, or her. I believe it's a boy or a male. He's hissing right now, so he's not the worst. But as you see, he's getting bigger. I feed this guy various prey items. Every now and then I give him a snack of what is it? Pinkies or fuzzy. That's baby rats. But so for those who don't know about Savannah monitors, who just think monitors that have similar diets to the water monitor, you see he's hissing. I'm not gonna, but this is my boy Nemo. But these guys actually eat more bugs than vertebrates. So these guys eat like other lizards, other snakes. They don't do well. They don't have a long lifespan when people feeds them a large amount of rodents. I feed this guy like chicken hearts. I feed him ground turkey, shrimp, fish. He has a various diet and to maintain a healthy lifestyle, because just like my boa constrictor, I'm gonna build a naturalistic setup. Right now I have them in cages, but they're getting pretty big, and I want them to, live a long life, a long happy life, and have the natural burrows and the natural hide and the natural diet. So for those who don't know, you cannot feed a Savannah monitor the same diet that you will feed like large monitors like Komodo dragons, water monitors. They can't eat a bunch of rats. It decreases their lifespan and it makes them overweight and gives them fatty liver disease. But this is Nemo right here. I'm gonna put him back in his cage. He's getting a little antsy. So next, I'm gonna do my tortoise. So I plan on getting another tortoise. That way, my tortoise has a companion. But I have a Socata tortoise. Now, I'm gonna get into a little bit more about the educational part of tortoises once I grab him. His name is Squirt. I call him Squirt from, I don't know if you guys watched, Finding Nemo, the turtle. Even though that was a sea turtle, this is a Socata turtle. I'm gonna get more into the size, what they eat, the diet, different things of that nature. Just give me one moment, I'll be right back. This is Squirt. My girlfriend calls him Ollie. This is a Socata tortoise. I don't know if you guys can see him. Let me get a good close up. He may go to the bathroom with my hand. I feed this guy different various of greens. He has like his Timothy hay that I want to say guinea pigs can eat, but whatever. But it can last, a bag will last you a year for a baby this size. These guys can live up to 500 years, and these guys can grow to be 500 pounds. So you're talking about a tortoise the size of like an igloo, like a small igloo or a toilet or something like that. But same with these guys. When these guys get big, I plan on letting them roam my yard. I plan on getting a house in the future. So these guys are gonna roam my yard. And they can eat the grass. These guys live a long time, man. I plan on passing this little guy down to my children, my grandchildren. Hopefully they into animals. If they're not, maybe donating it to a zoo and for educational purposes. But this guy is gonna outlive me, considering no natural causes or anything like that happens. But this is Squirt right here. He's not very shy. He has a very big appetite. I've been having him for about 3 or 4 months. I got him when he was just a little bit bigger than a quarter. But These guys have a very long lifespan, and these guys get very large. They're not able to be moved individually by a person once these guys become an adult. So that's it for my tortoise. I'm gonna get into my ball pythons. Now, I will not be showing you all my sugar gliders today because considering the time, it's the evening time, they're nocturnal. They prefer to come out at night. I don't want to bother them, they're asleep. But I will be doing an update. I will be doing a feeding video on those guys. So for now, let's get into my ball pythons. I'm going to start off with my banana ball python. His name is Steph Curry. So, and I'll show you why I call him Steph Curry. I'll get into all that next, but just stay tuned. Curry, where did I get him? I ordered him from XYZ Reptiles. So the first time I ordered was around this time, a year ago. The first one they sent to me got too cold and it died during the winter transit. I think maybe in Memphis, Tennessee. It had to go through Memphis and it passed away. It got here, it's passed, so that was very devastating for me. But XYZ does great business. Basically, I just paid for the delivery again, the overnight delivery, but they gave me a new another banana ball python. So ball pythons are, for those who don't know anything about snakes, ball pythons are commonly in, I would say, in the animal pet trade, reptile trade. Ball pythons has to be the #1 snake in demand, just simply for their temperament. They're very docile. As you can see, I'm gonna show you my collection of ball pythons. They're gonna range of different colors, which are called morphs. It's basically different genes. Got co-dominant, dominant, recessive genes. I have one animal with recessive genes, and I'm gonna show you what that animal is. But this is a banana. This is a co-dominant gene. So I would, potentially 50% of whatever I breed him to, potentially 50% will be bananas, or is it het for banana? Nah. Let me not get into technicalities of breeding. That I'll say that for another video. But basically, this is my banana ball python. His name is Steph Curry, and I'm gonna show you his who I'm gonna pair him up with in the future once he gets bigger, once she gets bigger. But her name is Aisha Curry, and I'll get into that why. But I named him Steph Curry because of his color. He's like and plated just like Steph Curry. So, and he's the GOAT. He was my first morph. Let me get in. So this is Serena. So this is a female ball python. No, that was a male that I previously showed y'all. Sorry, yeah. This is Serena. Now Serena, I named her Serena because Serena Williams, you can't go wrong with that household name, the Williams family. They did some great things. They're exceptional athletes. And I just wanted to name her something ironic because she has a recessive gene. This is a Candino ball python, which is a candy gene mixed with the albino gene, which they're both forms of albino genes, but this is a Candino. So she's actually younger than the male ball python I just showed you. She's just a great eater. She gets she's getting pretty big. Females, I believe the term is dimorphic, where the females get bigger than the males with a lot of reptiles, like with the exception of like the king cobra, but it varies with venomous snakes. Now with constrictors, most are dimorphic. Like the anaconda, the females get bigger. But as you can see, she has that beautiful yellow. And maybe if you look a little closer, you can see the purpleness. But yeah, this is Serena. And she's about a year old, well fed weekly, live prey items. So viewers' discretion is advised for this video. If you don't want to see animals consume live animals, then my platform, Lavish Exotics, which is my business name, I want to have a establishment in the future, have basically a reptile business, where like an exotic pet store. I would like to have a lot of things for sale for the public. I like to breed a lot of species of different animals. I'll get into that for another video, but for now, then I'm gonna show you Klay Thompson. I am a big fan of basketball. On top of you see my love for reptiles and animals. I would love basketball. So basketball was priority to me at one point in time in my life. So I'm gonna show you Klay Thompson. What is Klay Thompson? Let me take a look at exactly his genes, but this is a Candino female. Now let me show you Klay Thompson right here. Beautiful. Fed, great eater. All my snakes are great eaters. They all eat live pratums. He is a pewter lesser calico male. So he has about 4 different dominant genes. I will be pairing him up. I don't know with what female yet, but as you can see, the calico, you see the pewter maybe. He's kind of faded and blended. He just, because of the bottom of him, I just, I'm a big fan of basketball. I just said, hey, his name is Klay Thompson. That's just what it is. So as you can see, he's probably my most active ball python. When he gets out, he's not trying to hide. He's trying to move around. He's trying to smell. But yeah, this is, as you can see, look at that tail action. Look at this streak going down. I don't know if you guys can see it. Get it close up. But yeah, very pretty. So all my ball pythons are, for the most part, super docile. My adult male at the moment, he by far probably was my most expensive ball python, but he's a little jumpy, not like bitey, but jumpy. Like, he doesn't strike, but he pulls back very fast. So like, to the average person, someone's scared of snakes, they seen it, they'll think he was striking, but he really was moving back in a fast rate. So this is Klay Thompson, a pewter lesser calico. Up close. So now I'm gonna show you all so he's a juvenile, which means he's not fully grown. I think he is able to breed, but I'm waiting till he reaches a little bit more mature of a size, if that's how I want to say that. I'm gonna wait till he gets a little bit bigger. But I'm gonna show you my other juvenile female. Now she's a bit bigger than him, as the term I use, dimorphic, the females get bigger. But I'm gonna show you her name is Aisha Curry. So I believe that I'm gonna pair her up with Steph Curry, maybe sometime in the future, maybe in the near future. I don't know, because she looks like she's almost adult size. Who knows? I know it have to be at least 1,500 grams. So anyway, let me get into Aisha Curry so you can see why I call her Aisha Curry, because she has all the yellows and different stuff, just like Steph Curry. So anyway, so Aisha Curry, she almost looks like she's about to go into shedding. As you can see, she's very bright yellow. She's pretty close to adult size. She's still kind of juvenile. I may wait another year before I try to pair her up, get her up, a decent amount of grams, maybe 200 grams bigger, 300, 400, maybe in the next year at a healthy rate. But she is a inchy cream het, which means heterozygous for citrus ghost. So which means some of her offspring may be citrus ghosts. So I picked her up at a snake trade in Beaumont. I went there with a budget of $1,000. I wanted to walk away with 2 or more snakes. I didn't want to spend all my money, my budget, on $1,000 on one snake. So I wanted to get 2 different snakes that had co-dominant to dominant genes, because this is all breeding for me, and this is my love for animals, but also my ball pythons are breeding. So I want to be a breeder, and I have successfully bred, but I haven't successfully laid eggs. But I'll get into that in the future. But this is a inchy cream heterozygous for citrus ghost female. She does well, great temperament, never jumpy, never bitey, just a beautiful snake, beautiful animal. So guys, these are all ball pythons. These are all the same species of snake, just like in the human culture, we're all different shades and colors, right? So I got dark-skinned people in my family, light-skinned people in my family, people with colored eyes, people with brown eyes. Same with these guys. That's why they're most popular, because of their range of colors and their temperament, of course, being this docile, but also different colors and patterns, all these breeding projects you could do with them. But this is Aisha Curry. Now I'm gonna show you guys Chris Brown. Chris Brown is the one that he was the father of the clutch that was laid about 3 months ago. But he's the one that I was telling you that was jumpy. He doesn't strike, but he jumps his head back fast. And you guys will see, but I'm gonna get into that right now, and I'm gonna tell you about his genes. But this is Aisha Curry. Take a last look. I know she's beautiful. And all my little cousins like to hold her. Their favorite is Klay Thompson, the one I just showed you, but everyone likes to hold her as well. But let me show you Chris Brown. So this is Chris Brown right here. Chris Brown is a bumblebee fire. Did I say that right? I'm sorry. He is a bamboo bumblebee het for fire. So this guy, you know, he came packed. He's ready. He is an adult male. Now I did pair him up with my pastel female, hopefully to get some super pastels and maybe some bamboos and maybe what is this guy? Spiders, all type of things I could have got out of the clutch simply because of the father and the genes he has. He's a bamboo bumblebee, which means he's a bamboo, he's a spider, pastel, and he's heterozygous for fire. Now, I don't know if the eggs didn't survive because of how much I paired them up or maybe the incubator I have set up. But for the most part, one day I was cleaning my snake rack and I'll show you my doe female, which is my first ball python. She's a pastel. I was cleaning my snake rack out and she was laying eggs. Crazy. I had to go get an incubator the same day. But this right here is Chris Brown. I call him Chris Brown simply because of how fast he jumps back, all the jumping and flipping and all the fast moving. I typically call it like snake dancing. So I call him Chris Brown. He is an adult male. I've been having him for about 1.5 years, and this guy is gonna be the father to a decent amount of snakes once I get the breeding back up and going. When breeding season comes back around. But this is Chris Brown. You know, he tends to timid out and become a little more docile once I get him out and he gets a little bit more acclimated. I said it right. Anyway, when he gets a little bit more comfortable in his environment, he becomes not so jumpy. But look at that pattern on him. You can see look at this. This is the bamboo. You can see that, the bamboo. You guys can look up bamboo ball pythons. You can see the pastel a little bit. When pastel mixes with spider, it causes these different shades. And by the way, the pewter lesser calico, which was Klay Thompson, he also has pastel in him as well. So I could breed him with my doe female pastel and get some super pastels. Who knows? But yeah, this is Chris Brown. Now I'm gonna show you Duchess. Because the Duchess right here. So, fun fact, Duchess went off food for about 6 months. I don't know if it's maybe around the time she got pregnant, maybe a little bit before, but I'm trying to get her weight back up. She was easily 2,000 grams at one point, but she went off food for a while. But she's starting back to eat for me. This is my doe female. She laid 6 eggs. They ended up not surviving. But Chris Brown, the one I just showed you right before her, he was the father of the babies. But as you can see, Duchess has very, very, very pretty eyes. They're like hazel. And, you know, pastels, as they get older, they start off very bright as babies, but they start to kind of fade out a little bit. So this is an adult female pastel. Now, if you know anything about adult females, they sell I ain't gonna say that, but they sell exclusively and very fast. You could sell a adult female for about $1,000 a normal. Depending on where you're at and the demand in the market. But there's a high demand for adult females, and it's not rocket science to guess why. Because females can breed and lay eggs and make more money for people. It takes much more money and time to raise up snakes versus already having adults ready to breed if you're a breeder and you plan on breeding. So yeah, this is Duchess, my first ball python. My aunt loves her. My family kind of always loved animals and stuff like that. Like growing up, my cousin had snakes and stuff. But my aunt really likes her. My aunt wanted her, but I was like, Aunt Kathy, you can't have her. She has sentimental value, and she's gonna be used for breeding as well. But it was my first ball python, you know. She kind of started this all, and I've been through a lot with her, a lot of different things. So this is Duchess right here. She has laid a clutch, but they did not survive. But this breeding season will be much better. So that's gonna be it for today, YouTube. Please subscribe to my channel, Lavish Exotics. That's gonna be my business name, my exotic pet store in the future. So my name was Beard Meets Nature, but I was like, why not make it my business name, right? So I'm gonna try to get some t-shirts, some jackets like this, some business cards, and I'm gonna create make sure I create a social media for my Lavish Exotics. But basically, I want to have lavish exotics. I want to breed lavish exotics, things that people take home and can't leave alone when they get home. Like they're just excited to have it, whether it's dogs, whether it's sugar gliders, whether it's Burmese pythons, retics, ball pythons, grass snakes, whatever. I want to breed them all. Rat snakes, Asian rat snakes, boa constrictors. I want to breed them all. So I want everyone to have lavish exotics. So subscribe to my channel. This is my first video. This is my introduction video. So don't forget to hit that like and hit that subscribe button. Thank you all for your time. Bye.